Well, hello comrades. Greetings from snowy Finland. Just going for a little walk this morning. I've been tagged by Blustardave, and this time it's another 5 questions and answers. And the first question is, what do you do for a job? Well, I've had very many jobs in my lifetime. I think the first job I ever remember was getting paid 10 shillings. 10 shillings. That was just a little sort of red note in the UK for doing a day's work in a greenhouse, cleaning out chickweed. And with that 10 shillings I went and I bought an enormous lump of cheddar cheese, which I thought would last a lifetime. But it never did. I went to the cupboard one day and looked at it and exclaimed in grief, "Who's whacked the cheese?" And that became a saying in our house. Who's whacked the cheese? Whenever anything went wrong, that's what we used to say. Who's whacked the cheese? I've also worked in holiday camps, Butlins holiday camps, as a cashier, summertime student job. And as you can see, I'm from Scotland originally, but I'm living here in Finland because someone told me that it's going to be a tropical paradise in a few years' time, and we're all going to be millionaires. So I said, that's the country for me. That everybody will want to come to Finland to say climate change. But the real reason that I'm here in Finland is, in actual fact, that I was kidnapped. A woman kidnapped me. She held me for ransom. I sent a ransom note to Scotland and was demanding a large sum of money for my return. But you know the Scots, they're just so mean. They don't part with their money very easily. So they refused to pay the ransom, so I've been stuck here ever since. So that's how I got to Finland. But getting back to the job. Study university, Helsinki University, to become a microbiologist. And my thesis was the symbiosis between red clover and rhizobium. But Finland has a great heritage with nitrogen fixation. There was Finland's only Nobel prize for science was won by A.I. Virtanen, and he was a pioneer in nitrogen fixation. But after the war, the Finnish government wanted to increase milk production, and they didn't have the finances to buy fertilizer and things like that. And this A.I. Virtanen came up with this great idea that we will grow clover. Clover's got a very high protein content, around about 28%. We'll feed that to the cows. They'll get all the nutrition that they need. They'll produce milk, and that's how the dairy industry in Finland took off. Because of A.I. Virtanen and his ideas about nitrogen fixation. I then became very interested in computers. I think the first computer that we had at the microbiology department was a K-Pro 4. I think it was about a 4-inch screen on it. It was a CPM machine. MS-DOS were the other machines from Microsoft, but CPM was the operating system that existed before MS-DOS. And I just got interested in computers there, and what was called computer conferencing, where scientists around about the world would contact one another and discuss scientific topics using computers as the medium. And from there I went on to got a job at CSC, which was the Centre for Computer Science over in Espoo. And I worked there for a few years, and this is getting too long. And then I got a good job, a really good job, working for the European Bioinformatics Institute at Hingston Hall near Cambridge. So it was just working with the DNA databases and protein databases, and providing user support for people who wanted to search the databases. Also putting the databases onto the CD-ROMs and DVD discs later on, because the amount of data that was coming in there was just phenomenal. You couldn't put them onto CDs anymore. It had to go onto DVDs, which were capable of holding around about 4.6 gigabytes, whereas CDs were only holding about 600 megabytes. So I then came back to CSC in Finland and worked there for a short time, and then I got a job as a taxi driver. That when you reach a certain age and have certain qualifications and you're getting old, then no one wants to employ you anymore. Ageism. And when I came back, it was some Viransia, so some temporary job at CSC. Then after that, there wasn't any possibility to go on there, so I became a taxi driver. And then I did that for about 6 years, and then I retired. So that's a brief history of my jobs and what I've done. The second question, I think, was what other hobbies do you have? Well, I like making videos, gardening videos, and I like studying the video techniques that you do. I think my videos have changed since the beginning. I used to talk a lot. This is a long talk on this one. I used to talk a lot, but now I've discovered B-roll, which is just taking little sort of 7-second snips of video and trying to sort of make a story out of that. So photography is my other hobby. Taking photographs, weird photographs, strange photographs like fish finger xylophone. I think that I had an account on Flickr. I think that was one of my most popular photographs that I put on there. I had a whole sort of folder in there of bonkers photographs that I took. And my other hobby is playing the ukulele. The ukulele is a fantastic instrument, and anyone, absolutely anyone, can play it. Like, we have 4 fingers, and the ukulele has 4 strings. That's a marriage made in heaven, isn't it? I used to try to play the guitar, bottleneck guitar, in open tuning, and some of those, and also in ordinary tuning, and some of the chords, B flat diminished fifth and something like that, they would be impossible to play. But then once you get a ukulele, everything just is so easy. So I would encourage anyone who wants to take up a musical instrument and there's any talent at all for singing and holding a note, then ukulele is the instrument for them. And I often play ukulele songs on this channel as well. And I've also got another channel dedicated to ukuleles, which it used to be called Wee Ginger Yin. And the Americans, they never ever knew what Wee Ginger Yin was. Wee is small, ginger is ginger, and yin is one. Like Billy Connolly was the big yin, so I was Wee Ginger Yin. And they always read it wrong. It'd be wee, I don't know. It was something to do with gay in or something like that. They didn't get it. And the third question was, what types of music do you like? I like music that has a message and has a meaning. I thought somebody was skiing. We're on a ski track now. A message and a meaning. Like songs by Bob Dylan or songs by Leonard Cohen. That they say something. Or the other type of music I like is dance music, soul, old Otis Redding or Wilson Pickett, or When a Man Loves a Woman, that type of stuff, or Mustang Sally. But Cohen, I especially like Leonard Cohen, and I've done lots of covers of his songs. There's a crack in everything. That's to let the light in. And so it is. Nothing is perfect. There's a crack in everything. I think that perhaps it might be better if I went back this way, because that's going down to a main road and I don't want it to go down there. So let's turn back. But yeah, music. Music lifts your soul, gives wings to the universe. That gives meaning to life. That I think that in the Silmarillion by J.R. Tolkien, it says that God sang the universe into existence, and the devil, or Lucifer, he didn't quite like the song that God was singing, so he decided to sing his own song. And that's the problem with the world. Everybody wants to sing their own song. So, and what you get is that when two people are singing different songs or are not on the same hymn sheet, then what we get is discord. And I think God was displeased and he said, nah, I'm not having this. You're going to get thrown out of heaven. So that's what he did. He just threw Lucifer out of heaven down to hell because he wasn't singing the right song. That's from the Silmarillion. I think also in the Finnish tradition, the Kalevala, there's somebody called Väinämöinen, and he's someone who's able to sing people into swamps, make them sort of sink into swamps. There's a big singing competition where he sings somebody into a swamp. But he's also able to sing things into existence, like he wants to have his nefarious way with Aino, as she's trying to escape by swimming across a lake, and Väinämöinen sings a boat into existence so that he can pursue her. So music and singing, they're important parts of my life. What's that? Is that music? No. I'll have to have a look what Dave said. If I just hold on a minute. But, look at these questions. Do you watch TV? I don't have a TV. So I don't watch it. But in Finland they have this, what do you call it? It's called arena. And I suppose in the UK, I don't know what it is, in the UK they have this TV license, but now in Finland they have what's something called a digital license. So if you're consuming any media digitally, whether it's coming over your TV or through your computer, then you have to pay a license for it. So if I look at any programs, it'll be on the computer or on YouTube. So that I rarely go to the movies. I think the last movie I went to might have been The Hobbit, or one movie I really liked was Moulin Rouge, with all the music in there. It was just so funny. But the trouble was that it's got lots of sort of musical references in it, and I found myself laughing out loud in the theatre because I was sort of born in the 60s and I could get all the sort of in jokes that were being said. And everybody else was just completely missing from them. Look at this down here. I'll turn this round so you can see it. Oh, I'm turning it round the wrong way. Turn it round. No, I was. I don't know. That's going now. Well, let's do a panorama. Go around. So there's lots of snow here. So that's back up there. So what I wanted was to try and get it down in there. Perhaps it's not going to get it. It's rather sort of misty. That's it. Complete circle. So this is getting rather long. 17 minutes now. That's a good length for a video. And the last question was, what was it? Something about what do you look at on YouTube? Let me see. What videos do you watch on YouTube? Well, I watch gardening videos. Dale Calder, I always watch him because he's over in Canada. I usually sort of watch people who have similar climate to what I have here in Finland, because I might get some tips on growing things, what things to grow or what things not to grow. Because that is the problem that I used to have gardens over in England, and the things you could grow over there, lavender, it's completely impossible to grow here in Finland. Some of the roses, they're not winter hardy. You'd think that blackberries would be tough as old boots, and they would grow here in Finland, but rarely have I seen any blackberry plants. They're just not winter hardy. Stems go all black and they die off. And as I say, that it's a new learning curve for me gardening in this type of climate, because you have a very, very short season, and I suppose people are starting their gardens over in the UK, but it's impossible. Maybe another 2 months before I can even put a spade into the ground. So I watch Blustardave up in Newcastle, because all Geordies are nearly Scotsmen, you know that. And the other ones I look at are perhaps things to do with diets or nutrition, I should say. Perhaps that's a better word. And eating healthy. And I think that's the main reason for gardening. is to grow things that you know are not, you don't have pesticides on them, or you haven't used poisons, herbicides in the gardens to kill weed or things like that. That everything you grow is natural and good. That and I like comedy as well on YouTube. I think Blackadder, for example, and is a very good. Just the language in it is magnificent. And then also perhaps Monty Python, he never fails. That's always good little sketches like that. And I try to keep up with people who are subscribed to my channel. Always try and answer comments and trying to discover new channels. I think the latest channel I discovered was Clarice in France, or French gardening. I recognized straight away that she had an Ayrshire accent, something similar to mine, and I asked her where she was, and she said that she was from Saltcoats. So she's got dogs and chickens and hens, and seems to be becoming very popular. So this is over 20 minutes now, so I suppose you're supposed to nominate other people to give or their answers to these 5 questions, and I will say that anyone can do it, but Clarice in France, if she would do it, that would be really nice. But I only have one stipulation: if you do this another question and answer, then you go out for a walk and you just walk and show the scenery where you are in your country and what it's like now, and anyone can do that. So that's about it. It's a long video, and I hope you've lasted through to the end and you found some things interesting. So bye for now.